Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical and technical analysis, it's Stuart Robson. And we're fully convinced this game will live up to its billing. It's Ike Athens, and they take on Real Madrid.
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
And they have possession again. Well, very effective play in possession. Well, wide by a hair's breadth. Almost had it where he wanted it. Dan Burn. Dunn. That's what you call defending from the front. Possibilities here. And a goal! An early boost for them. The first goal of the game. They're off and running.
Well, as you can see, he's a dangerous runner with the ball. He has such good balance and pace. That's a top-class goal, isn't it?
And back underway. 1-0 it is. Dan Burn. Paul Pogba. Kalajic. Now, who can he play it to? This could square the game. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, here it is again, and it was never really in doubt, was it? He was always going to score from there.
Back underway, level pegging, 1 goal apiece in this game. Shaqiri, on to Messi. Kyle Walker-Peters has it. Xherdan Shaqiri has it. And Messi carries it forward. What's he going to do from this position? Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. And the keeper throws himself at the ball. Can he find the right pass? From well out. And sadly, quite a bit off target in the end. Jimmy Dunn. Pogba. Might be a chance here. A wild attempt. Not that the goalkeeper is complaining.
Well, he probably should do a lot better there. That was half a chance.
And the referee is going to add on 3 minutes. Running with the ball confidently. And the referee has awarded a corner following that touch. And a goal it is to put them in front again. No less than they deserve.
Well, here it is again. First to the ball, clever header and a good finish. He's done really well there.
And there it is, the half-time whistle. The ball moving again. Real have the lead, but they won't be taking anything for granted. Messi. Pogba. Paul Pogba. Strong but fair tackle. Socrates. And a solid clearance. Well, he's certainly not alone. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Well, they've lost possession of the ball. And into the last 20 minutes. Shaqiri. Real Madrid have given us away. Dan Burn. And nice vision. Shaqiri. Messi. Barrios. Moving forward effectively. This could finish it. In it goes to increase their advantage. And will that be the goal that ends up securing it for them?
Well, here it is again, and wow, just look how close that is. It's the perfect finish in the end.
No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Paul Pogba. Walker-Peters. So there goes the final whistle. Real Madrid victorious in the commentary position. And I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. It's Real Madrid, and they take on AEK Athens.
Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here, and we've got two teams who like to play good football. Let's hope we get a good game here. It should be.
Elliott. Xherdan Shaqiri has it. Messi. Really incisive defending. Kalajic. Pogba has it. Sasha Kalajic. Pogba. Socrates. Well, in the final analysis, a bit harmless. Well, goalkeeper mistake. Will there be a price to pay? And they've escaped without any damage having been inflicted.
Well, he's made up for his error there. That was a very good recovery.
Conte. Kyle Walker-Peters has it. Getting forward. It is to be a throw-in. Well, that's a completely wasted throw-in. Can he put them in front? Just fractionally wide. So unfortunate. Great opportunity. And possession given away. Oh, tremendous save.
Well, I have to say, that's a magnificent piece of goalkeeping. That's a great stop.
It might be the moment to get them ahead. Just narrowly off target. Burn. Jimmy Dunn. Paul Pogba. Might be a chance here. It's got to be. And a goal! Now they've broken through. 1-0 here.
Well, I love this finish. No messing about. He just hits through the back of the ball with such power. That's a good goal.
So Real restart the game. Disappointed to have conceded. Can they find an equaliser? And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. Well, Real Madrid are going to make the change now. So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway. Determined defending. Barrios. So plenty of forward momentum for... Can't miss, surely! Super challenge. Oh, really had to stretch to reach that one. Superb goalkeeping. Real Madrid trailing here, but this corner could be helpful to them. And he did well to cut it out. Kalajic. Socrates. Barrios. Messi. Well, nowhere close to the goal when all was said and done.
Well, from that sort of position, you should really be testing the goalkeeper. Has to hit the target. It's not a good attempt.
Paul Pogba. It's Dan Burn. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Kalajic. Promising ball. Could be. There it is. 2 to the good now, and that gives them a buffer.
Well, as you can see, this is absolutely brilliant. He's such a good runner with the ball, and it's a great individual goal. Brilliant from him.
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here. Ten minutes left for play. Smart defending. Well, the final whistle approaching, and this has certainly been an away day to remember. Stuart, your assessment?
Yeah, this has been a good performance. They've looked really sharp going forward, and they've shown a lot of energy. They'll certainly be pleased with their overall display up to now.
And a big chunk of added time here, a minimum of 5 minutes. Barrios. And teammates around him. Gavi. Can they do it? Corner given to Real Madrid. The final whistle, and not to be for Real Madrid. They have to accept defeat. My name's Derek Ray, and delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. It's AEK Athens facing Real Madrid.
Well, this should be interesting today. I like the makeup of both teams. They really do have a good balance of attacking and defensive qualities. But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
High quality defending. What can Real do from this position? Electing to shoot. And deflected beyond the byline, so a corner here. Well, they're going for the short one. Well, you can't blame them for taking it on, but lacking the accuracy required in the end. Goal kick here. Burn. Jimmy Dunn. Socrates. Sasha Kalajic. Socrates. Danger still on. And the move breaks down. Well, spot on with that challenge. Deflection then over the touchline. Barrios. And tremendous individual skill. And well positioned to clear. Really inventive stuff from Real here. Clever defending. Sasha Kalajic. Socrates. Oh, stylish ball. Chance to finish. Oh, ball still in play. And a goal. Well, it looks easy when you can put them away like that.
The keeper's very unlucky there. It was such a good initial save, but can't get to the rebound.
Well, the action underway. Can Real find a response now? And the electronic board delivers the news. 2 minutes of stoppage time. The first half here comes to an end. Substitution for Real Madrid. So back in business, the ball moving again, and Real with a bit of work ahead of them. He continues his run. So this could be the equaliser. Alas, he's made his move too early. Offside. Doing well to win it back. What can they do from here? And fired against the crossbar. And a goal! The keeper couldn't stop it. Real Madrid on terms.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder. And then it's a wonderful strike from Messi. He hits it with such power, such pace and great accuracy. What a goal that is.
Back underway. Level pegging. 1 goal apiece in this game. Socrates. Really good challenge. And here's the pass over the top to Lionel Messi. And he's through here. Oh, wonderful goalkeeping. He knew he had to get the touch on it. Well, this could be a chance for Real Madrid to jump ahead from a corner. Just the clearance that was needed. Well, there's an example of how to press high up. No degree of difficulty at all for the keeper. And the attempt just wide. So unfortunate. And Kiel Scherpen has it. Well, we're inside the final 15 minutes. Messi. Well, trying to place it, but without any great success.
Well, maybe went for the wrong technique. If he'd have hit it with power, may have got a better result. That's a poor effort, really.
Given away by Pogba.
Well, time is running out to get this winner, but the fans certainly believe it's coming. Just listen to the noise. What a fantastic finish we could have here.
Still pushing for what could be a winner. But the danger averted for now. Messi. Byrne. Socrates. Well, nothing comes of it. And there is the referee's whistle for full time.
They need to start the game well here. Try to dominate the midfield area and get their creative players on the ball. This should be an interesting game, I think.
Messi. Byrne. Tremendous intuition to win it back. Sasha Kalajic. Messi. It did look on for them, but not to be. And Real Madrid have it back now. Messi. Barrios. On to Messi. Oh, that's an expert piece of goalkeeping. Fingertips on the ball. Corner for Real Madrid. Well, you're not going to bamboozle the goalkeeper with a corner like that. Socrates. The ball back with Real now. Possession given away, unfortunately. Must take the lead here. Well, it's a good deflection. That'll be a corner. He's given us away. Well, he'd be disappointed if he didn't take that one cleanly. Kalajdzic. And that's where to send it. And a tidy challenge. Happy to shoot. That is that for the first half here. So underway once more. No goals, no drama, to be honest, in the first half. Surely that situation will change. Messi. Good-looking run. Well, we're into the final half hour. Well, a swift challenge and a throw-in coming up. Barrios. Now, options are plenty. And let's give credit to the defending. Sasha Kalajdzic. And good work from Real Madrid to win the ball back. Can they take the lead? Well, a fierce effort, but quite simply not accurate enough. Jimmy Dunn. It's Dan Burn. Kalajdzic. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Barrios. At this late stage, Real Madrid doing everything in their power to grab a winner.
Well, the atmosphere is so tense inside this stadium, but can they find that moment of magic to win this game? The crowd certainly think so. Just listen to them.
And it's Messi going forward. What's he going to do next? Pogba. Well, just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages here. And that will be all for this game anyway. No goals to report, defences on top, and Stuart, as ever, should be in for a magnificent occasion. It's Ike Athens taking on Real Madrid.
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, pinning the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully we get a really good game here.
Socrates. Pogba has it. And scope for them to produce something exciting. Couldn't find a teammate. Throw in here. Keeper getting both gloves on the ball. Barrios. An effective challenge. Messi. Well, it would have been spectacular had it gone in, but was that the best choice?
No, it certainly wasn't, and his teammates aren't particularly happy with him.
Kalajdzic. And he read it well defensively. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. Can he give them the lead? And that has not gone to plan at all.
Yeah, I thought that was half a chance, but poor technique in the end.
Well, couldn't find a teammate, unfortunately. And a throw-in to come. Paul Pogba. Jimmy Dunn. Real come away with it. And Messi in full control of the ball here. Well, credit to him for the challenge, and a throw-in conceded. Messi. Well, he's certainly not alone. Perhaps an opportunity here for Real Madrid to take the lead. Corner. So the whistle then. We're up the halfway stage in this match. And away they go again into the second half. Barrios. Real find themselves in a position of menace. Shaqiri. Can he find the right pass? Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. "30 minutes to go then. And the danger cleared. Barrios. Now with Messi. Oh, denied by the post. Oh, still danger here. And it's all rather fizzled out. Sasha Kalajic. And it's with Socrates. Real Madrid coming away with it. Good work to regain possession.
Well, time is running out to get this winner, but the fans certainly believe it's coming. Just listen to the noise. What a fantastic finish we could have here.
Can he put them in front? Oh, can you believe it? With so little time left, surely that will be the winner. Amazing scenes here. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Decent chance. Well, driven fiercely against the frame of the goal.
Well, he struck it well enough, but that has to go down as a big miss.
And the referee brings this match to a close. Not the result Real Madrid is Stuart Robson. I wonder what the game just moments away now. This really ought to be a superb watch. It's Ike Athens, and they take on Real Madrid.
Well, it doesn't matter how good your players are or what formation they're playing in, you have to earn the right to play. And I'm sure that would have been reiterated by both managers in the dressing room. It promises to be a really good game here.
And favouring power over placement, you've got to say.
And optimistic. That's how I would describe that.
Byrne. It's Dan Byrne. Socrates. And it's with Socrates. And a free kick here.
Get it on target, Eddie!
The free kick, and the keeper took it cleanly. And the keeper not thinking it through. Messi. Messi. Now, what can Lionel Messi do from here? Well, disappointing end to the move. Now, options are plenty. Asking a lot of any player, quite honestly, to score from that position.
Well, I don't need to say too much about that, do I, Derek?
Jimmy Dunn. It's Dan Byrne. Kalajic. Socrates. Torreira. Messi. It is a decent-looking attack here. Must take the lead here. Oh, no. Couldn't beat the goalkeeper. A chance to nudge in front. Corner kick here. Pogba. Socrates. Oh, that's an expert piece of goalkeeping. Fingertips on the ball. And a corner kick, the referee's verdict. Well, that wasn't a great challenge. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
And there it is, the half-time whistle. So underway in the second half, both teams very defensive-minded. Let's hope that changes. Regained possession. Denied by the bar. Back in play here. Well, the keeper can breathe a big sigh of relief.
Well, he can. That was so unlucky. How close was that?
Harvey Elliott. And out of play, the pass nearly worked out, but not quite. Messi. Oh, narrowly wide. So unlucky. A triple substitution from Real Madrid, something you don't see too often. Burn. Done. Jimmy Dunn. Real Madrid get the throw in. Barrios. Well, he's certainly not alone. Well, he did his best to place that one, but a disappointing end result. Burn. Done. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. In position. Oh, in it goes at long last. Deadlock broken. Will that be the one that gives them the win?
Well, as you can see, he's a great talent. What a run, what a goal, and what a player he is.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Kalajic. Pogba. Sasha Kalajic. Can they level it up? But nothing comes of it. And so into the final 5 minutes.
Well, I think the fans are doing everything they can to get their team back into this. But can they find that moment of inspiration and get an equaliser?
Danger averted for now. Well, I thought that might just sneak in. But terrific goalkeeping. Well, a corner it is, and they know they've got to be opportunistic at this stage of the game. Ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. It's the end of the game, and they take on Real Madrid.
We can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
In the right place to cut out the pass. And Messi in a good position. What can he and his teammates do? Pogba. Kalajic. Shaqiri. Barrios. Could be. Magnificent challenge to win it back. Byrne. Jimmy Dunn. And it's with Socrates. Socrates. It's Dan Byrne. Paul Pogba. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Socrates. Promising piece of play by Pogba. But will they be able to finish it off from here? Textbook defending inside the box. Got to it easily, the keeper. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Lionel Messi. Oh, that is a goal from long range. He won't soon forget. Absolutely right out of the top drawer.
Well, just look at this strike again. He hits it so well. That's a great bit of skill. No wonder he's pleased with himself.
And back underway. 1-0 it is. Sasha Kalajic. Promising ball. And he's through here. And a goal! An end-to-end game. And they weren't behind for long.
Well, this is a very tidy finish, as you can see. He's under so much pressure, but his strength just allows him to hit through the ball cleanly. It's an excellent goal.
So the ball is rolling again at 1-1. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. A triple substitution from Real Madrid, something you don't see too often. So all even here. Who will take control in the second half? Attacking possibilities for Real. But quick thinking defensively. Sasha Kalajic. Real Madrid regaining possession. Lionel Messi. Not really the high percentage option to try your luck from there.
Well, his teammates aren't particularly happy. He was never going to score from there.
Jimmy Dunn. Pogba. And it's with Socrates. Socrates. Now, will they be able to play it in behind the defence? But then the one that goes astray. Socrates. Lionel Messi. Barrios. On to Messi. Luka Modric. And got rid of it.
Well, the atmosphere is so tense inside this stadium, but can they find that moment of magic to win this game? The crowd certainly think so. Just listen to them.
If Real Madrid could come up with a winner at this stage, it could be decisive. He's in behind. Oh, can you believe it? With so little time left, surely that will be the winner. Amazing scenes here.
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
Dan Byrne. Well, they're attacking, but time is the great enemy. And support available. Well, no real difficulties encountered by the keeper. And